Hey guys, I'm Elise.
And I'm Sephra.
And we're just chilling here with our buddy Will. We're from Hawk Talk reporting about all the live events that are going on around the Laurier community.
And here's Kelty with health.
Okay, thanks Sephra. So we have 7 natural remedies for illness. Number 1 is blowing your nose properly. So believe it or not, there is a proper way to blow your nose. You're going to want to hold your finger against one side and clear out the other side. Make sure that you don't blow too hard because that'll just cause additional pressure in your head. Number 2 is gargle water. That moistens the throat and helps with a sore throat. Number 3, take a hot shower if you're feeling a little bit dizzy. So taking a hot shower, sitting in a bathroom with the hot shower going even, it'll moisten your nasal passages and it'll make you feel a lot better. Number 4, like taking a hot shower, you're going to want to put hot and cold packs on your nose just to also moisten the nasal passages. Number 5, sleep with an extra pillow. That'll elevate your head and also clear up your sinuses. That brings me to our last natural remedy. Number 6 is getting lots of rest. Don't cause your body any extra stress. Sleep lots and you'll start feeling better. Thanks, Sephra. Back to you.
Thanks, Kelty. Now for an update on campus events. I'm here with KARLI from Laurier's Rainbow Center. KARLI, can you fill us in on this week's events?
Yeah, for sure. This upcoming week is Trans Awareness Week. So Trans Awareness Week is a campaign that the Rainbow Center holds every year to kind of raise awareness on campus about trans identity in the trans community at Laurier and in the KW community at large. So on Monday we have 1 of 3 lectures. It's Trans 101. It's at 9 o'clock in Peter's building, room 1025-27. On Tuesday, we also have another lecture on non-binary identities in BA 110 at 5:30. On Wednesday, we have our 3rd and final lecture of the week on trans misogyny in BA 111 at 5 o'clock. On Wednesday as well, we'll be in the concourse, so we're going to raise awareness about the week and people can see how they can get involved as well. And then on Thursday is actually the International Transgender Remembrance Day. So we're having a vigil in Uptown Waterloo. It's open to the entire community. What that event does is we honor the lives that have been lost this past year due to violence and transphobia in Canada and as well as the world. And on Friday we are going to be having a Trans Awareness Week documentary night here in the Rainbow Center, so everyone feel free to come out to any events.
Thanks, KARLI. Now on to Christian for sports.
Hi, it's Christian Meredith here for today's sports segment on Hawk Talk. As you can see, we're at the AC preparing for the basketball game tonight, so please show your support and show your Golden Hawk pride by coming out to the AC. With the winter weather full in effect, as you can tell, the football season's over. However, there's still many school teams to cheer for and display your Golden Hawk pride for our fellow students. Which is nice because the Laurier's women's hockey team has claimed their 8th OUA championship out of the past 9 years, defeating the Western Mustangs 5-1 and 4-1 respectively in a 2-3 series to win the championship. That's great for our students. It's very nice for a change since the men's hockey team isn't doing as well as they would have hoped this year, so it kind of balances that out. The women's soccer team is also doing well in their respective division as they're gathering a great fan base and a lot of people are showing their Golden Hawk pride for the games, which is really helping the team achieve their goals. On the intramural front, participation by fellow Golden Hawks has not been affected despite the winter weather. In particular soccer, people are still playing every game in the cold, harsh winter and facing the elements and still contributing to their teams effectively. For hockey intramurals, the Blues Euronis in the A division came off a great W last Sunday against the Weekend at Burgess, despite a devastating loss the week prior. Please show your support for these teams at the Odd if you have a chance to on Sunday nights, as it is a great time to see and catch some great skilled hockey. And to cap off this sports segment, I would like to remind everyone that the Hockey Helps the Homeless event registration has begun. It is an event that happens on March 6th that is designed to raise money for local homeless charities, and it is a very great way to contribute back to the community. This is Christian Meredith signing off at the AC on your segment of Hawk Talk. Thank you.
Thanks, Christian. Now on to Elise with pop culture.
So I'm sure you guys are all well aware of the Kim Kardashian break the internet. The media has made a concentration to have a certain perspective on this picture. Instead of looking at the historical context of the picture, all they're doing is really slut-shaming Kim Kardashian. Oops. The image can be presented to extract her behind, but when really it's actually based on an old race issue. It was actually based on a woman from the 19th century, Saartjie Baartman, also known as Hottentot fetus. She was labeled from the size of her butt being too big, so she was labeled as a freak. New segments are only really focusing on the aspect of the photo instead of focusing on the actual history of it. It's probably in everyone's best interest to understand the photo and understand its background before they go and start making rude remarks. Back to you, Zephyra.
Thanks, Elise. Now on to Joel for the critical news analysis.
So as you may know, there was a shooting on Canada's Parliament buildings a few weeks ago. CBC covered the news event pretty well, staying true to the story and, covering the events. CNN, on the other hand, had a different approach to the situation.
Terror on Canada's Parliament Hill.
Guys, there is a shooter on the loose.
9:52 a.m. Shots ring out at the War Memorial. In the chaos, a hero, the Parliament's Sergeant-at-Arms, shooting down an armed suspect. Shortly after 1 p.m., confirmation the Canadian soldier shot at the War Memorial is dead.
CNN clearly had an alternative agenda, promoting chaos and fear. While CBC provided useful information, CNN painted this picture of chaos and terror, dramatizing the events that happened. At the time, there's no confirmed information if the shooter was even Muslim or if this incident was ISIS related, but CNN decides to go into this segment.
Just a week ago, a Canadian claiming to be with ISIS, Abu Khalid al-Kanadi, the Canadian, posted this message on Twitter. Yes, my message is clear. Canada initiated attacks on the Islamic State, that is, taking part in the US-led coalition against ISIS. So Muslims in Canada retaliate and kill them wherever you find them. Today's attack has no confirmed connection to Islamic extremism, but
we want you to think it's ISIS. By doing this, they're associating this act of terror with Muslim people. This association pushes forth representation that is not true of all Muslims. By doing this, they are creating a perception of how we should view Muslim people. This is just one example of how the news constructs ideologies, beliefs, and perceptions of different people. That's all for today. Back to you, Sephra.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Hawk Talk.
Stay golden, my friends!
Okay, go.
1, 2.
Wait, say number one. Say number one.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Start again.
Start again. Number 1.